When we study language, we use the dictionary of this language. Study language required strong dictionary as a reference to this language, for example. Arabic language called Mugam, Russian language, Salvari, and English language, dictionary. English the most require language.
According to Study English American course, we will find it's composed of 4 stages. Each stage has 4 levels, 120 hours, beginning with first stage named Survival Stage, for how to be able to live with others speaking English. Second stage, English for effective communication, to communicate with others in effect way, such as talking about political issues, etc.
Then, Stage B1, English for professional purposes. Finally, Stage B2, English for intercultural communication. That stage makes the student able to communicate as a fluent in English, listening, and conversation. Those the 4 stages known as beginner level crossing intermediate level to the final level, advanced.
Those 4 stages, supposed to run for 2 years of studying English language, by the end of those 2 years, the knowledge that student own, it can help the student to join School of Continuing Education, knowing as a specific diploma, such as Foundation Certificate in Translation and Interpreting, Professional Diploma in Legal and UN Translation. However, to join that study, one of those certificates, it required to pass the placement exam. In fact, few students can pass it, as the major failed. Well, by looking at those exams, it composed of few paragraphs, Arabic and English, need to translate. The paragraphs could be a part of holy books, Noble Quran, Bible, or others, such as newspapers, most of doctors, saying,
"The exams are normal. You who need to read more to be cultured person. How you want to be an official translator as you are weak at the language."
Actually, nothing called read more to be cultured. What should the student focus on? Read exactly what, for example, on the exam of Diploma in Translation and Interpreting, Cairo University, 2014 year, one of the 4 paragraphs. It was an English long story needs to be translated into Arabic. It's about Jewish religion, the Torah traces. It was not only the long paragraph which needs long period to be done, basically, the vocabulary. It was somehow difficult, even to phrase or interpreting the paragraph into Arabic. It need more skills of translations, more knowledge. That paragraph considered as in the Israelite stories.
Verily, we believe nothing wrong with the exams. Supposed those students will be official translators, so they should be educated well. Truly, between the placement exam and the English course which run for about 2 years of studying, a big gap. That gap needs to be covered with more vocabulary, phrasal verbs, compound nouns, terminology, covering careful. After long search, we reached a perfect solution by looking and compare Longman Dictionary book or any other dictionary. With the same dictionary book online, we will find a big difference. For instance, the word sweep on Longman Dictionary book, we will find 5 briefly definition for that word. Otherwise, on the same dictionary book Longman on internet, we will see gorgeous diversity of definitions, extremely explanation, with a lot of various examples. In fact, online sites have an extensive knowledge that can increase our weak levels to be more cultured. To be really translator, we have to have the sense of vocabularies of the second language, so you can be informed how to use them. For an example, if we want to translate Arabic joke into English, it have to give the same emotions and reactions for listeners, not more, not less.
Capture this wealth of knowledge into other document to print. It really could be a perfect idea. If we try to do that, we will need to take a copy of the definitions, the examples. Additional examples, such as phrases, idioms, and pass them into Word document file in specific way, giving a space that equals the paragraph part for writing the translations texts later. The only way to pass them with suitable coordination that choosing the option, keep text only, which is the best option for coordinate in our case, but it doesn't appear well, especially when it's for serialing numbers. Also, the space after each paragraph is necessary. Actually, it's not only Longman's site. We have about 6 more sites, such as merriam-webster.com-vocabulary-dictio, nary.com, cambridge.org/dictionary/Google definition words. And every site has its own coordinate text. Those sites are considered as a serious sources for covering the gap by professional concepts. Actually, you, yourself, if you try to just copy and paste into Word document file with the specific coordinate text that is exactly necessary for print and studying, analysis, the sentence structure, grammar, seriously, it might take from you time for 4 hours just covering one word, copy and paste, coordinate text. That's trouble.
We figure out that might be a software or program can solve this problem, especially with spread the usage of artificial intelligence. We can find a solve by using programmer languages such as C++ or any other language, creating a small program that really can grip and draw that information and texts into Word document files for printing. We really need at least 100 word per hour minimum. For sure, there is a program that can grab all those as a piece of cake and paste those into Word document files on specific coordinate for printing. Again, we will explain what exactly need. We have 6 sites basically: Merriam-Webster, Vocabulary Dictionary, Dictionary.com, Dictionary Cambridge, Longman site, and finally our beautifully site Google Search. Most of these sites has the tab, thesaurus. It means a book that lists words in groups of synonyms and related concepts. It shows seemingly tiny differences in meaning between the synonyms. However, we will leave it temporarily. We will focus now on dictionary. Let's start with Google Search. We will write the word, definition or dictionary or meaning, plus the word we are seeking. For example, we will write the word, shout. Click Enter. Click See More. Look, that's what we want. All those fabulous examples are needed. We will copy these examples into Word file and see how much time this process of copy and coordinate will take. With the word, shout, on Google Dictionary, take a copy paste into Word file. Now let's have a look on coordinate. The main word font Arial bold, size 21. Then the description of the word font Arial, size 12. The words are being described, took the bold font. Next, its first definition. Give the description font size 12, then give a space about 2 or 3 lines. The example should be clear for reader. Give it the size 14 color black, or leave it as it is, gray. Its color distinct from the rest. Giving 4 more line spaces as it is important for analyzing the grammar, sentence, and translation. Then, the groups of words similar. Remember when we talked about the tab, thesaurus? We advise that we will leave it temporarily, so we will delete these groups of words, similar. You will notice that Google Dictionary still describes the word in its first definition with some more examples. In the next example, give it the font 12 and 3 lines of space. We will continue with the rest of examples until finish up them. Occasionally, you'll see an example that's divided between 2 pages. It's better to set it on a new page. We have finished off the basic examples. We are tackling now phrases. Phrases, it's a very important part. Its sentences are usually used in conversations or writing. If you want to select items, you will find difficult to select them, especially the rest have hidden on the right. Select any word, use the keyboard, keep pressing on Shift button. Keep clicking on down arrow until you finished of what it needed. That selection contains the hidden parts. Click Ctrl+C to copy the selected items. On Wordsheet, click Ctrl+V to paste the items, then delete what it's not needed and coordinate. Finally, that's what we have achieved. That's Google Dictionary. And this our document, formed of 4 pages. It has taken about 10 minutes of coordinate, considered the word shout has a short definition. Really, it's only one site, Google Dictionary. We still have 5 other sites. We will have a look at every single site individually, what exactly needs to be done. For Merriam-Webster, this is the second references. On Dictionary tab, we will write the word sweep. For the first look, the word dictionary. which means that you are on the dictionary tab. Then the definition continues two major groups. First group describes the word as a verb or noun or both, as it's on our case. The word sweep. The word sweep, defined as a verb, then as a noun. Sometimes you will see the word has three shapes: noun, verb, and adjective. Like the word book, it's noun, adjective, and verb. These basic examples of definitions are required. For the second group, you will see many tabs. Briefly, you will copy the content of two tabs: the example sentences and phrases containing. Notice, there are many tabs on the left. Every tab shows its contain on the right. By looking at the example sentences, you will find two important groups: the example sentences and recent examples on the web. Click See More. Those examples are needed. The recent examples on the web. Perhaps we made this video presentation because the importance of this group of examples. Remember when professors advise that you need to read more, so you can be educated well. Otherwise, we were wondering what students should read. Here is a great solution that we talking about this group of sentences from newspapers, magazine, various authors. It is the common English, which means that for the students it is some advanced level, that we referred to it at the beginning of this video. And this is what we need so we can grab the language deeply. This group of examples is the most important group for learning the language. Study this group of examples. It's sufficient warranty to improve the students' levels. Especially we will study or revision every group of the 4-level words. We will look at an example of this group and try to translate it. Europe swept by blistering and potentially record-breaking temperatures. Of course, the problem extreme heat poses to food is much broader. Laura Pattison, CNN, the 19th of August, 2023. If we want to translate it into Arabic, it could be something like that. Europe swept. This is Europe. Swept is the verb sweep in the past tense. It has a second meaning. It's something or someone enters forcibly, a place. It is not only the meaning of process mopping a surface.